Men only have two options. Men only have two options. See, when we go out into the wilderness, we're born and we're at 12 or 13 or 14, and then you get to a time where you're like 20. You have the option of being like, dang, do I find the girl I want to be with in high school, in middle school, and build with her? Or do I want to get to the bag and build my own foundation, then find the girl that I want to be? This is the dilemma that today's time a lot of guys have problems with. See, the first option, you usually have the girl that you meet in high school, the girl that you usually meet in high school, college, right? And you decide, let's do it, right? Let's do the family, and let's go build this foundation. Now, as you can see, when you grow older, the dating pool becomes very, very hard. You know, certain people, it is like, actually, it's like a luxury to find the girl that you want to be with in high school or college. It is actually the equivalent of being like, dang, I just found a diamond in the rough. See, but when we get into these relationships, the best thing about these relationships is that you are now building something. So those things can be like, hey, we want to get more money, right? You guys both are broke. You're both in high school. You're both in college. You're both on the same path of saying, hey, this is what I want out of life. See, these people tend to actually be lucky. And I'm not going to say a lot of times, like, they're lucky and this, that, and third. I'm just saying, being able to find this option, right? Because the dilemma is, do I go for the second option? But I really want somebody that's in the first option. I really want to find somebody I can build. But I find that a lot of guys get this misconstrued because they think she's going to bring you the vision. She won't bring you the vision. You have to be the vision. If you're not the vision, how can you bring a vision of a foundation with her? See, a lot of guys will constantly go through life being like, oh my gosh, I need to find a partner with me so I can build. I'm trying to look for a girl that's trying to build. But really ask yourself this question. Have you built yourself up to handle that? If you're not in high school, if you're not in college, have you built yourself up to understand that? And this is why I always say these two options are crucial. Because usually, this is the option a lot of guys should be going for. But the reality is, the guy that's you, and this is the foundation, right? This is your mind, this is your money, this is your body, right? You built this foundation. But what happens? Your why, at this point, for a lot of guys, this is the most important thing. When guys usually build their foundation without the girl as the source, we now perceive the girl as infinite possibilities. There's infinite possibilities because not only does it come with that, but when you have all these things set in motion, they only see you as financial money. This is all they see you as. That's why it becomes infinite. If you are a guy and you're really saying, hey, I don't have that many options, but I know if I become if I'm locked in on tech and I become this tech billionaire, you're gonna have options. You're gonna have options. But we find ourselves wanting this so much that we kind of lose sight of what we actually truly need to focus on. Your foundation is the most important thing. Regardless of what options that you have, if you do not allow yourself to lock in on your mind, your money, your body, everything that you need, you won't have it. This is the reason why I'm saying this is rare. I'm not saying it's like something so bizarre. It's not. But when you find a counterpart that is on the same time as you, when you find somebody that's locked in the same place as you, this becomes easier. Why? Because there's a vision that you have. There's a vision that she has. But you guys are so here that it's hard, that it just makes sense. It makes sense for you to rise to the occasion. But guys, do not forget this. She cannot bring you your vision. She cannot bring you your vision. She cannot make you get your mind right. She cannot make you get your money right. She cannot make you get your body right. Because the wrong person will instill the negative things that you won't have. Now what happens? Let's say if you got with the wrong one, right? Let's say you're here. This is the best quantity of like who you can become. Let's say if you wanted to build a foundation with a girl and you're so head over heels, what happens? Most guys, they do this. They get this girl and they say, okay, I found it. But they didn't vet her, therefore they now have a baby. So what happened to this entire foundation? The foundation is rocky. It's boards. It's breaking. Those things are breaking because your foundation, because you wanted a girl so bad to build with, but you didn't know that her toxic traits were pulling you down, but you gave her a baby, now leading that you're no foundation, and you have to restart and recognize, oh shit, I gotta be this. So now you have this, and a baby, and a beyond. You have this, plus this, now you're trying to get this, because now everything right here really doesn't matter anymore. I can do it, because I already achieved this. But the reality is, most guys only have one option. Most guys should be the guy building their foundation. Most guys should not be lost in the fact of saying, I need a girl to make my vision come true. You don't need a girl. You need wit, you need will, and you need determination to put everything into building your foundation. That has to be with your business. That has to be with your mind. That has to be with your body. All these different things. If you really want options, get that together, and then you don't have to think if she loves you or not, brother. You won't have to think if she loves you or not. Because now you are the person that you want to be. So now you get to choose who you want to be with. Food for thought. Game is game. Class is closed.